Hello and welcome to the unofficial Maritime Wrestling Podcast, our first live stream. We're here, myself and Mark the Mark. How's it going, Mark?
Doing great. Couldn't wait.
Doing great. Looking terrible, though.
Thank you
We're
so much.
here with IPW owner Justin Somers. You got some big news for us, so we're all waiting in anticipation. What do you have to say?
Well, first and foremost, thanks for having me on, guys. Super excited to get on here, talk with you guys, share some exciting information. We wanted to kind of co-partner with you guys and just tell the world what we have coming up the line here for our Moncton event. And for anybody who doesn't know, IPW is doing our takeover event in Moncton on April 4th. It is going to be a one night only VIP exclusive event. Tickets are on sale now, islandprowrestling.com. And for the first match of the card, we wanted to come on here and share it with you guys. So the big number one contendership for the Prince Edward Island title, we're going to be running back a fatal four-way. So that's something that we're planning on doing as a annual event is taking IPW on the road for the takeover show. It's also acting as our 1 year anniversary of taking over the company under new management. So a lot of exciting things going to be happening that night. We got a full night planned already. So stay tuned. We're going to be dripping more of that information out. But for the Fatal Four Way, that's going to be the number one contendership opportunity to go up against Rugged Rick Owens. And we've announced here now that Spike Esty, the Mauler, James Manning, Bad Thad Howitt, and Caden will be participating in that Fatal Four Way.
Wow.
So one of those four men will have the opportunity to take on Rugged Rick Owens.
Yes, sir.
Exciting news. Last year's Fatal Four Way match was a 5-star classic, bringing this back as an annual match, right?
That's the plan. So every year, we plan on doing IPW Takeover with the number one contendership for the Prince Edward Island title. And then in the next event, IPW Game On, we will be hosting a Island Rumble. And the
Island
winner
Rumble.
of the Island Rumble will be the number one contender for the heavyweight championship at Game Over.
Wow. Exciting
Stay
news.
hungry.
Man.
Yeah. So we've pretty much set it up so that, in the mainstream wrestling, you get that road to WrestleMania. We're kind of doing our own little unique spin on that, where we have Takeover as the number one contendership for the Prince Edward Island title. We have Game On for the number one contendership for the heavyweight title, and then a Game Over is our WrestleMania.
That's interesting stuff. So we have an extra special guest here, or a few, I should say. So we have some of the participants from the Fatal Four Way coming up. Unfortunately, one couldn't be here. What can you tell us about that?
Yeah, unfortunately, Thad Howard wasn't able to join us tonight, but he still seems awfully excited to have this opportunity. When he broke in as part of the IPW roster back at Terror in the Tap Room, he had a chance to go at Rugged Rick Owens right away. And when I was speaking to him, he was like, I can't wait to get my hands on that guy. So, I mean, it's pretty exciting to see the excitement in all of these guys. And unfortunately, he couldn't be here. But when I was speaking to him, he made sure to tell me that he was awfully excited and to share that with you guys.
Awesome stuff. So the first person we're going to bring on is
The one
Spike Esty. Welcome, Spike. So you just heard the announcement. You're going to be part of this Fatal Four-Way match to crown the number one contender to the PEI Championship. What do you have to say to that?
Sorry for another Fatal Four-Way, buddy.
So technical difficulties here. Spike can't hear us. All
Let's
right.
out of here.
We're live, pal, so that happens. Maybe we'll try and bring him back on. Can you hear us now, Spike? Can you hear us now? Nothing. Can't hear anything.
Can't hear you, boys. I don't know if you can hear me, but I can't hear you.
We
You
can
can
hear
hear
you.
me,
We can hear
but
you.
I can't hear you. Alrighty. Well,
Well, technical difficulties, obviously.
This is normal.
I'm sure he's just still hearing chains dangling. That's probably what's going on there. Just nightmares of chains.
Yeah,
That's
probably.
possible.
Do we want to try
maybe
Spike?
I just wanted to add on to this conversation, like just the fact, like there's, it's like you mentioned, Bad Thad Howitt. He's had his go at it already. Caden, he's had his go at it already. There's a couple of guys here, and Spike was in that first Fatal 4-Way, so there's a lot of history in this match already, and then adding on the Mauler Manning. This is very, very interesting.
Yeah, there's that's what makes it so exciting about making this an annual event. We want to make sure that this Fatal 4-Way, it isn't just one person or two people that get the opportunity to chase it, right? We want to make sure that all of the top contenders or people that we see fit for running for that title have the opportunity to showcase their skills, and they have to go against the top three other competitors, right? So it's kind of really cool that we get to run the Fatal 4-Way back. It's been something like we have it posted on our YouTube account and stuff. I go back and watch it from time to time again. It's always an exciting match, and like just to make it an annual event is just going to put that much more flavor on it.
Absolutely. Right. So we're going to move on to the next participant, the Mauler, James Manning.
Okay.
Mr. Manning?
I don't know. Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
We can hear you.
Okay, fine. I have some things to get off my chest. First of all, this is how this happens. This is how I get on this podcast. Never mind getting me on here when my contemporaries are already on here. Never mind bringing me on when I'm on my rise through Maritime Wrestling. No, you bring me on here because what? IPW management giving you a kickback to promote TakeOver? That's how I get on this show? That's first of all. Second of all, this is how I find out I'm in the 4-Way. This is how I find out I'm going after Rick Owens. I have to fight through three other men. I have to fight Caden, Port City's finest. We're like Port City's sorriest excuse for a man who lets his wife shop for him. Then I have to beat Spike Etsy, a man who bled like a bitch in heat at the last show in the dog collar match. And then I have to fight Bad Thad Howitt, which I got nothing for that. You don't mess with a man that dangerous. But if I do have to mess with him, then we're both going to be beaten and battered in that ring just for the opportunity to ruin Rick Owens' life, which, by the way, I would have done that for free. You didn't have to put me in the match. I would have gladly taken that belt away from him, which, for the record, not because I wanted the gold, not because I wanted the glory or any of the to fulfill a childhood dream. No, I wanted it just to have the satisfaction of ruining Rick Owens' life. I wanted the climax of taking that belt from him and ruining his wrestling career. I wanted the privilege for putting that man in the hospital so that he had to speak to his children through a food tube. But no, I have to go in this 4-Way match. So thanks, IPW.
Just so
I want my thoughts on anything else.
We did send a letter in the mail, just so you're aware.
You know I don't check the mail.
All right.
I'll tell you.
Thank you for being here, Mauler.
So that's it. That's all. Right. Should have expected it. Right. Don't bring me on to interview me. Just in, out. That's all it is. Just in and out. Fine. End your little thing.
Poetry. Sheer
Uh,
poetry.
Duly noted. Don't send snail mail.
That was a statement.
Noted. Bring Mauler on a podcast, or we might be dead soon.
Sounds like he's going to ruin your life if you don't. So
Yeah, and I don't need that.
Ain't my fault.
So I guess right now we're gonna move on to Caden. So the Port City's Finest is coming on next.
Corey,
What's going on, my brother?
my boy, how you doing?
I'm doing fantastic.
Oh
Happy
man,
to
it's
see
so
you right
good to
now.
see you again,
So you've heard you finally get another shot at the PEI title. Well,
buddy.
a shot to get a shot. You've heard from the Mauler. What do you have to say?
Justin, shut up. Let two professionals speak here.
Yeah,
Listen.
this isn't your time. This isn't your
No,
time.
this is my time right now. You be
Give
quiet.
him a minute.
Corey, listen.
Yes, sir.
Not only am I going to win this match, I've already done it. I've already won this match. You guys saw what I did last year. I'm going to run it back.
Run it back.
I'm telling you right now, we're going to run it back. We're going to do the same thing.
Yeah, slink in the corners, slink in the corner.
What are you talking about? I was taking my time. I made my choice. I picked my spots. I got the win. The only reason I don't have that belt right now is because I got injured.
The only reason he doesn't have that belt is because he got injured. I mean, what else can you say?
I mean, hey, we're gonna see it firsthand in Moncton, right? We're gonna see how that injury's healed up.
Oh, we're ready to go. Doctors cleared me after the last show. We're good. Spike's already got it running. He knows. He couldn't even speak. He couldn't hear you. He can't even do this. Thad Howitt didn't even show up. He probably won't show up to the match. The Mauler, he said some nasty things about my wife, and I got some payback to bring. So he's going to take that mic drop. I promise you.
Yeah, you might want to bring that little chihuahua.
Justin, be quiet. This is my time. You're going to respect it.
Yeah.
So before you leave, Caden, I want to thank you personally for coming back on. It's always a pleasure to chat with you.
Absolutely. Anytime for you, my friend. Anytime for you.
Take care, brother.
Who gives
us
any more
What do you have
time?
against him?
Like,
what do you have against him?
Man, I'll tell you, we got a board of directors, and sometimes that's a great thing, and sometimes that's not such a great thing. Who's telling this guy to have more time? Like, oh my god.
Me? Anyway, we're gonna move on. We're gonna move on. So I think we have the one Spike SD waiting. Spike, can you hear us?
I can hear you loud and clear.
Oh,
there you
God,
go.
he's back.
Which I'm glad because I've got a lot of things I got to say.
The floor is yours.
And Justin, I'm glad you're here for this because I got some questions directed at you, my friend. You see,
oh my God.
Here we go. Yeah, brace yourself. So, this last show, I was in a very violent, one of the most violent matches the Maritime's ever seen against the Alberta Clipper Matt Chevron, and I put him down.
Mm-hmm.
And now you got me in a fatal four-way match, number one contender match, which is all good. I'm a fighter. I've been fighting since day one. But I want you guys to correct me if I'm wrong. Okay? Out of the four competitors in this match, who deserves a title shot more than Spike SD? Anybody? Because let's start off with the Mauler. First off, Mauler, it's Spike SD, not Spike Etsy. And if you ever get my name wrong again, I'm going to knock the teeth down your goddamn throat. Secondly, what has he done? He's been here for a cup of coffee. He's beat what? He's beat TJ Miguel. I'll give him that. That's real impressive, beating TJ Miguel. Secondly, we got a bad Thad Howitt. I don't have much to say about him either, but didn't he already have a title shot with Rugged Rick Owens and lost? So last time I checked, that should mean he goes to the bottom of the totem pole. But, okay, I digress. And then we have Port City's finest, Caden, who's been on the shelf for...
I was having a hard time hearing him. I can't hear him.
Having a little bit of a hard time. You sound like a robot right now. You still there?
Is he giving me the finger right now?
No, I think he froze. I think we lost Spike SD again.
And he's just giving me the finger. What the
I mean, I'm sure he has his reasons.
I mean, I kind of get where he's going. I kind of do. And I think we spoke about it, there's two of those guys that have had their shot already. And, as much as some people may dislike Caden, we'll put it that way, he still kind of has his word in there, along with Spike, along with the two others, right? So,
I mean, at the end of the dog collar match at the last event, I'm not gonna lie, I did see Spike
that's right.
So Spike is
calling
back. We're
for
going
it.
to bring him back on.
Yeah, let me back in here. I can hear you boys loud and clear. I don't know
We
what's
can hear
going
you fine.
on. I'm having the most technical difficulties I've ever had in my life. Don't know what's going on. I wasn't done talking though. I got a few more things I want to say. I've hit on the Mauler. I've hit on. Did you hear everything I had to say about?
We
those
missed
two
a
guys?
We
little
heard
bit.
Mahler.
We heard
You heard
Mahler, but
Mahler.
nothing after that.
Okay, Thad Howitt. He had a title shot not that long ago against Rugged Rick Owens for the title, and he lost. Shouldn't that put him at the back of the line? Just a thought. And then Port City's finest Caden. So this guy's been on the shelf for 6 months, 5 months, 4 months, not quite sure. But he's had a bum elbow, and all he's done since was run his big mouth. Yet he gets thrown right into a number one contender spot. And yeah, Justin, you're right. I did signal for gold at the end of the dog collar match because I want it and I've earned it. I've earned a title shot. You know, I literally, if you read the shirt, blood, sweat, respect, I've literally done those two things to earn the respect, or so I thought, but I still have to fight my way through another.
It's always an uphill battle, brother. It's always an uphill battle.
That's all it is for Spike Essie. And you know what? This is just one more mountain to climb for me. But I just want to say, you know, I heard the commentary team say that Matt Chevron has changed Spike Esty. Matt Chevron never changed me. This has always been inside of me. It was Matt Chevron that brought it out of me again. And now I know what I have to do, what I have to become to be a champion. And that's be more ruthless than I've ever been before. And I showed that I can do that in that dog collar match. So these other three guys, yeah, okay, we'll have this match, number one contenders match, but I will walk out the number one contender to face Rugged Rick Owens and win my first ever singles title. That's all I got to say. How's that for a mic drop?
It's a very good mic drop. Thank you very much, Spike Esty, for joining us here.
Thank you.
Indeed.
All right, next up, man, I'm excited for this match. There, you got some angry fellas there.
Yeah, they're getting a little more hyped up than I thought they were going to be honest with you.
Absolutely, and whoever wins this will be angry at the end of the match, and they have to face the champion. We've got the champion waiting, the PEI champion, Rugged Rick Owens. How's it going, Rick?
Hey, how you doing, guys?
Doing very good. You've heard what the Mauler had to say. You've
Wow,
heard what Caden
that's all I
had
had
to
to
say.
say. The Mauler. I don't know what to say there. The guy wants to ruin my life. I hardly even know the guy. What I do know of the guy is he drives around all day eating garbage from gas stations. And you guys, I got a question for you. Have you guys ever seen your grandfather drink from a straw?
Yep.
Oh,
You did?
wait, yes, I think
You
so.
have? That's odd. The Mauler drinks from a straw. So let's just end it there with the Mauler. And the Mauler, if you want to fight me so bad, you had your chance last month. Okay? And then I heard what Caden had to say. Caden, you have a talk show now. I've already beat you. You've been a thorn in my thigh for about 15 years now. So you can challenge me. You can talk about me all you want. But you were there too. You did your talk show, and then you didn't answer the open challenge. Okay? And Thad, we all know how that match went. I beat him in about 8 minutes. So the one guy that makes sense from what I just saw is Spike Esty. Spike Esty,
He's
you're
hungry.
right. I barely had my boots off, and I went back to the curtain to watch that chain match, and I was impressed. I saw two very tough men beat the crap out of each other. And it was back and forth. I really didn't think Spike was going to win that, but he did. So he is right. He might be my favorite in this match. That's for sure. But I'll tell you guys, after listening to all these guys trash talk, I think you should just put me in the damn match.
Let them work for it, Rick.
I
Let
want
them
to
work
fight
for it.
every one of those guys after I heard that. I want to fight Thad for being stuck wherever he is. I want to fight the Mauler for eating so much trash and garbage and drinking through straws. If he keeps running his mouth the way it is, he'll be drinking through a straw because I'm going to break his jaw. Okay? And Caden, rap all you want, pal. Rap all you want. The reason the belt isn't around your waist is because it's around mine. It's pretty simple. So really the only one that I have to worry about is Spike Esty. And Spike Esty, you made it pretty simple that you said you were going to win the Fatal 4-Way and then become the IPW champion. That's where I disagree with you. Because for you to become the PEI champion, you would have to beat me. And you're not ready yet, pal, for that.
Some
It's
fighting
a
words
bunch
there.
of dudes that are vying for you, man, and lots of respect for
No,
you.
no,
to
put
be
me in the match. I want in that match.
Fatal 5-Way. Huh.
Oh, yeah.
We'll have to wait and
Guys,
see
they
on
all
that
think-
one.
They all run their mouth. They all talk, and they think that they got what it takes to be champion, but they're all yet to prove it. They're all yet to prove it. The one thing that I can prove, and the one thing that we know, one thing we know that's a fact, is that I've been the champion for almost 200 days now. So we can just leave it at that.
Very good point.
I
The
don't know if
longest
it's much of a
reigning
reward to
champion.
get to fight me. I don't know if that is a reward.
I don't know. So Justin, April 4th, Takeover Moncton. Are there still tickets available? And if so, where can fans buy those tickets?
Tickets are going fast, but there are still some available. They're on islandprowrestling.com. I mean, all the links are on our social medias if you're looking for them. We are only selling 150 tickets. I don't care if there's 500 people outside the venue. We are only selling 150 tickets. So it's first come, first serve. Get them now while you can. They've been going pretty quick in the last week or so. So I imagine once we start dropping more match graphics and stuff here and releasing the rest of the card that they're going to get gobbled up pretty quick.
Awesome stuff. Well, that was the live stream, a big Fatal 4-Way match. Caden, Spike Esty, the Mauler James Manning, and Bad Thad Howitt. Winner gets to challenge Rugged Rick Owens for IPW's Prince Edward Island Championship. I'm all tongue-tied. I'm so excited. So with that being said, thank you very much to Justin Somers for joining us.
Thank you.
Thanks, guys, for having me. Yeah, it's fantastic. I didn't know that there was going to be so much heat flying around, but
That's what we live for. So thank you to the wrestlers as well.
It's okay,
And-
Mark.
I kind of blew away my microphone. I was so excited. My bad.
He's that excited. So a big thank you to the wrestlers that joined us, Caden, Spike, Manning, and Rugged Rick Owens. And with that being said, thank you very much, everybody, for joining us on our first live stream. And we will see you next time. Take care, everybody.
Thanks, guys.
See y'all.